Hey guys, and welcome. I'm Kate, and this is a yoga practice to help get you unstuck. So grab a couple blocks if you want them, find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's do this. All right guys, so we are gonna get started in a comfortable seat. So whatever that means to you, if you wanna grab one of the blocks, if you have one at the ready, you can sit on a block, you can sit cross-legged, you can sit back on your heels, whatever that means. Take a minute to just rest your hands in your lap, to let your eyes slide closed, and to get yourself here. Feel your shoulders scrunch up tight toward your ears like you were holding on to something. And when you exhale, just let them drop. And do the same thing again. Inhale, squeeze them up super tight. Exhale, let them drop. Last one, squeeze them up and let them go. Feel your hands get heavy where they rest in your lap. Your shoulders heavy too, as they melt away from your ears. And breathe here. We're just gonna move today, hopefully shift some energy around, and to get you unstuck. Unstuck in your practice, maybe unstuck in your life. Sometimes we feel like we just can't get out of those ruts that we're in. So let's work toward that today. Take a breath in. And when you exhale, you're gonna drop your chin to your chest and shake your head a little bit side to side. Oh, and when you inhale, roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. Give it a little shake. And when you exhale, roll down through center, chin to chest. And inhale, roll up to the other side till your left ear hovers. And give that a little shake. And then roll down through center. On your next inhale, you're gonna lift your head, open your eyes, and come on into table. And take a moment into your table to really set it up. So your shoulders are underneath, and your shoulders are over your wrists, and your hips are over your knees. And let's roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, and when you exhale, you can round. And just roll with your breath. And if you kind of get the motions confused and you're exhaling when you're arching your back and inhaling as you round, and you know what, whatever. Just let it be. We're gonna go for one more inhale. And when you exhale, make some space, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, and take a minute here just to pedal out your feet. Oh. Just shift a little bit from side to side. Then you take your feet a little bit wider than hips distance. Come high into the balls of your feet and drop both feet over to the right. Root down through your hands, but that left one especially. Feel your sitting bones drag back. Oh, and then inhale up through the middle. And when you exhale, drop over to the left. Same thing here. Feel your hips drag up and back, and really root down through your right hand. And then inhale back up through center. As you exhale, send your heels toward the mat. Inhale, come onto the balls of your feet. And exhale, sink down again. One more of those. Inhale, you're gonna lift up. Oh, and exhale, sink it back down. And then from here, you're gonna drop your knees to the mat and sit back on your heels. And take your fingertips back behind you. You're gonna roll the shoulders back and just lift into your chest. You can bend your elbows. If you wanna squeeze your elbows in, you can pretend that there's an accordion back there and you're squeezing the accordion. That's how they work, right? Take a breath. You can take your gaze up. You can take your head back if you want. Oh, all right, and then you're gonna walk your hands forward. Whew. Take your knees a little bit wider, and we're gonna go back into it. Fingertips back behind you. Roll your shoulders back, press into the tops of your feet, press into your shins, and this time you're gonna lift your hips. Stretch to the front of your body. And again, if you wanna take your gaze up or take your head back, you can absolutely do that. I'm a gaze forward type girl, so I'm just gonna keep looking forward. Inhale here. And when you exhale, sink your hips back to your heels, and you're gonna walk yourself into a wide-legged child's pose. Drop your elbows, soften your shoulders, drop the weight of your head into the mat, and take a couple of breaths here. Yes. All right, and then you're gonna gaze forward. Come on up into this longish table and downward facing dog. Press firmly into your right hand. You're gonna take your left hand across and grab for the outside edge of your right leg. Spin your gaze underneath your right arm there. And then back through the middle, left hand down, press into the floor, right hand across, sitting bones up, gaze underneath that left arm. That's it, right hand back down to the mat. Inhale, come forward into plank. When you exhale, lower down. And once you get on your belly, you're gonna take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Feel the heads of your arm bones lift, upper arms draw in, and then drag your knuckles back as you float your chest up. Take your gaze to the right, and then across to the left. And then back through center as you inhale. On exhale, release yourself down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press up. Tuck your toes under, and you're gonna sit your hips back on your heels for a moment here. If this is absolutely terrible for your feet or your knees, you can always keep your weight forward and just work on slowly moving back and to get the stretch through your feet and through your calves, your toes. Whew. All right, then you're gonna come on up, untuck your toes, and bring your hands to Anjali Mudra in front of your heart, and you're just gonna start to tip yourself backwards. And then press into the tops of your feet, and come on back up. And then tip yourself back again. Try to keep your spine long as you come back up. One more, just dip it back. And then all the way back up. Bring your hands to your hips now. Roll your shoulders back. Okay, we're gonna take this right foot and step it forward. Just a big step. Simply that. Drop your hips. Push into your right foot. Inhale, take your arms, stretch them up. Anjaneyasana, sink through your shoulders. And you're gonna bend your elbows, interlace your fingers, and start to lean your weight back into your hands. Try to keep your chin gently tucked as you lift up and into your chest. Yeah. And inhale, take your arms, reach them up. When you exhale, take your left hand to the floor, lengthen your spine. We're gonna roll open to the right. You can take your right arm up. You can keep your hand on your thigh. All right, bring your right hand to the mat. Downward facing dog, step back. That's it, nice easy breath here. All right, you're gonna drop your knees to the mat. Tuck your toes under, sit your hips back to your heels. Ooh, we're here again. Yay. If you're a runner though, this is super good for you. Even if it means you're back here, it's just super good to give a stretch to your feet. So suck it up, buttercup. I'm kidding, of course. All right, you're gonna come on up, untuck your toes, and we're gonna do those little back dips again. So hands to prayer, core strong, tailbone long. You're gonna try to keep the body here, this thing, straight, right? You're gonna start to lean yourself back. Oh, and then press back up. Well, those are hard, right? Lean yourself back and press up. We've got one more, so challenge yourself. This is our last one. We won't do it ever again. And come on back up. All right, hands to your hips, roll your shoulders back. Shift your weight so you can step your left foot forward. Sink your hips. Inhale, take your arms up. When you exhale, you're gonna bend your elbows, interlace your fingers. Other pinky's gonna go on top. You can let your thumbs come along the sides of your neck as you spread your elbows and lean back. Keep your core strong. Yes. Inhale, reach it up. And then exhale, right hand to the mat. We're gonna twist, 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 twist. Reach up through your fingertips. Oh, yeah. When you exhale, left hand comes to the floor. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward into your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And a baby cobra or an upward facing dog. And then curl it under, downward facing dog. Pull back. Take a breath in. And when you exhale, you're gonna lower your knees back down to the mat and come on up. And you can tuck your toes or leave them untucked, whatever works for you. You're gonna take your hands like you were putting your hands in your 80s style jean pockets. I guess they don't have to be jeans, they could be cords if you're really thinking wide wale corduroys, why not? That's for 70s. Anyway, roll your shoulders back. Elbows hug in, gonna lengthen up nice and easy. And as your tailbone lengthens down, the hips move forward, feel your chest lift up, kind of curling up and over, like you were jumping over that high bar thing, right? And again, you can take your gaze back if you want. Use your core to bring you back up. Hands to prayer, gonna step your right foot forward, and then bring your hands down to either side of your right foot, tuck your left toes under and lift your left knee. Inhale from here, come on up, crescent lunge. Sink down into your feet, there's strength there, so tap into it. You're gonna take your left hand, reach it forward, stretch your right arm back behind you. Yeah, and then you're gonna take your right hand toward the outer edge of your left thigh. If it'll make it, keep your tailbone tucking down, stretch up and reach back with those left fingertips. Like you're peeling open the left side of your body. It might actually feel like that. Inhale. And when you exhale, left elbow to that right knee, press your palms, roll open and twist. And then fall over. Hopefully not. You're gonna take your gaze to the floor, keep your elbow and your right knee connected. You're gonna step your left foot up for a twisty chair. Sink your hips. Inhale, come back through your regular old chair. And then from here, you're gonna push into the floor with your left foot and slowly come on up, right knee drawn in. Now you've got options here. You can take your left hand to the outer right knee, or you can grab the outside edge of your right foot, extend your leg forward, and take your right hand back. And breathe here. You can challenge yourself by gazing back at your right hand. If you fall out, come right back in. It's all good. We're gonna let this right leg swing back behind you for warrior two. Plant it and breathe. All right, inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, come out and over, Trikonasana. You can do a little micro bend in your left knee. You can take your right hand to your hip, whatever feels good. Make some space from the tip of your tailbone to the crown of your head, inhale. And when you exhale, we're gonna windmill all the way down, fingertips to the mat, pivot on the ball of your back foot. Now we're gonna take this right foot and kick it underneath and come on to sit. Left knee drops out to the side, Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, lengthen up. As you exhale, come out and over. And just fold here. Can let your eyes slide closed. Let your breath slow down. And then you're gonna slide your hands underneath you, come on up, slide your right foot in and grab the outside edge of your right foot and slide your right hand behind you. We're gonna lean back into those fingertips and kick your right foot straight forward. If your hamstring is tight and the pose looks like this, it doesn't matter. What does matter is the length of your spine, right? So we don't wanna be all curled up and twisting. You wanna feel the low back draw in and up. Feel your chest lift, sit up tall, and then you can twist. And even with the right knee bent, you can push a little bit into that left hand. Create a little bit of, what is that? Little tension for you to twist into or against. Yeah. I'm making total sense here. And then you're gonna rewind, bend your right knee, cross it in front of the left, and we're gonna roll over both knees, plant your hands, and hip hop your way back into downward facing dog. All right, inhale, come on forward into your plank. As you exhale, you can lower it down through your vinyasa. And we're gonna pull it up and stretch it back into child's pose for a moment here. And then walk your hands underneath you, and we're gonna come upright onto your knees. All right, and this time you're gonna take your hands to your low back with the fingertips pointing up toward your shoulder blades and the heel of your hand down, right? Whew. Elbows curl in. If that feels ridiculous on your wrist or is just not doable today, then you can flip the fingertips down toward your southernmost cheeks, right? Roll those shoulders back, hug your elbows in, and you can start to kind of drag the fingertips down, and that will help to take the weight of your hips forward. As the weight of your hips move forward, feel the tops of your thighs press back. Yeah. Keep rolling open through the chest. Take your gaze up. Core strong. Inhale. And when you exhale, we're gonna slowly come out of this. Sit your weight down, release your hands, and roll out your wrists. That gets the heart going a little bit. Okay, then come back up onto your knees. We're gonna step this left foot forward. Fingertips to the mat, lift your back knee. Inhale, come up, find your crescent lunge here. And again, you wanna keep the lift through your low belly. Inhale, and when you exhale, right hand reaches forward, left hand reaches back, and now you can get that grab with the left hand to the outer right leg there. Low belly in, still, you're gonna lengthen up and stretch back. Push back through that right heel. Inhale. And when you exhale, you're gonna sail that right elbow to the knee. Press the palms, find your prayer twist here. Roll that left shoulder back. Keep your inner thighs scissoring. Take your gaze down. We're gonna step the right foot up to meet the left into our twisting chair pose. Careful with it. Feet can come hips distance apart or together. Inhale. Come back through your regular old chair. Press into the floor. The right foot's gonna push down, draw your left knee in. Okay, so now we're gonna balance to that twisty hand to foot. So you can take your right hand across to your left knee, or you can grab the outside edge of your right foot. Your left foot. Holy cow. You're gonna kick that left foot forward, press the top of your right thigh back, and work into your twist. And breathe. Okay, warrior two, swing this left leg back. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Exhale, out and over. You can slide your right hand down if you want to find a block. That's cool too. Now roll your shoulders open, kind of nice, long spine. Keep hugging the ribs in toward each other. Keep everything pulling in. Yes. Inhale. And when you exhale, gonna windmill it down, pivot on the ball of your back foot, and now swing your left foot through. Take a seat, butt on the ground. Pull your right foot in. Inhale, lengthen up, and when you exhale, come out and over that left leg. And smooth, an easy breath. Every inhale, maybe you get a little bit longer through your torso. Every exhale, maybe you fold a little deeper. And slide your hands underneath you. You're gonna slowly roll yourself up All right, so grab the outside edge of this left foot with your right hand and slide your left hand behind you. I'm gonna lean back into your sitting bones and just kick this left foot forward. Again, if you wanna keep the knee bent, then by all means, go for it, right? If you can get full extension, then you can snag that too. Lengthen up, feel your low back draw in and up. Sit as tall as you can, and then twist yourself gently to the left. You can push your left heel away from you as you roll your left shoulder back. Yes. Inhale. And when you exhale this time, we're gonna release this left leg back and behind for a pigeon pose, right? Just take a look back, make sure everything is looking good back there. No sickling of the foot, all that good stuff. Inhale, lengthen up, and when you exhale, come out and over. Soften your shoulders. And breathe here. And slide your hands underneath. You're gonna rock to the outer edge of your right hip there. Swing the left leg in front and then take the right leg back. We're just trading out. Same thing, make sure that right leg is working back behind you. Lengthen up on your inhale and come out and over as you exhale. And try to relax through your shoulders. You can let your head go. Notice if you're tipping your weight in over to one side or the other. See if you can find a good center point for your hips. And slide your hands underneath you. You're gonna drop onto that outer left hip and swing your right foot around in front. And we're gonna stop here to cross-legged position. If this is uncomfortable and you wanna switch it up or you wanna sit back on your heels, if you wanna lay down and give yourself a full Shavasana, then by all means, please, you can stop right here and lay back, take a minute. We're gonna pause before we move into the rest of the day. So let your eyes slide closed. And feel yourself relax along the length of your spine. So there's still a buoyancy as you lengthen up through the crown of your head, but everything can kind of drape around your spine. And just breathe here. It's so easy to get stuck in our habitual patterns. And it is so hard to get out of the rut that we kind of carve for ourselves day in and day out. So hopefully this practice has helped you to at least step out of that rut for a little bit of time. And yeah, so bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head. And may you have the courage to step even farther outside of your rut today. Thanks for taking the time to practice with me. I look forward to practicing with you again. I appreciate your being here. Namaste.